Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Silent Hill 2. Again, I'm Robin, Andrew Jack without a C, and we are just gonna hop right back on in. um, so hello everyone. Hi, gosh, a lot of people already. Rose, Malik, Judge, AJ, Crow, Ryan. Anyone else? Well, and lurkers in chat. I'm sure there will be more coming in, but let's go ahead and get things started. So, last time we got our start, we met Maria, who looks like, I don't know, a slut era version of our dead wife, which is you know, maybe James's dream. But she's cool. Like, well, okay, not really all that cool. In fact, most of the people we've met so far have not been very cool. Dead wife Vegas outfit. Maria, this is what you wanted, isn't it? Oh, wait. We should keep an eye out for any documents that might be handy here. Ooh, something is written. Hi, B. Good to know you're around. Maria's like if our sick dead wife was a fucking smoke show. Let's see. The potential for this illness exists in all people and, under the right circumstances, any man or woman would be driven like him to the other side. That's not going to be important. The other side. Perhaps may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there is no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. Some say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, not a philosopher or even a psychiatrist. In fact, what am I doing at this hospital? It's really weird that I'm here, on this typewriter. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us his imaginings are nothing but the inventions of a busy mind. But to him, there simply is no other reality. Furthermore, he is happy here. So why, I ask myself, why in the name of healing him must we drag him painfully into the world of our own reality? Something else is written by hand. I got the key from Joseph. It's probably the key to that box. I got a key. Sometimes you just think with your fingers and you just go. Hi, Aleph. Did I say hi, Aleph? Well, I'll say it a third time. Hi, Aleph. Minimum of 3 times. There we go. Okay. Now, once again, I should mention, it's been a minute since I've played this in my own time. In fact, I think there is some kind of note around here that Maria is being very unhelpful in us attaining. But maybe not. Maybe we can just move on. Hi, Chubby. Oh, Silent Hill outfit. And boop. Did I get it right? Got it right. Got it in one. Okay, so now we're in the main hall. And we've got a lot of rooms to check out. So let's go ahead and get that started. Well. 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 Okay, so we have some broken doors, and we have some doors that we can actually utilize. So that's great. Very, very good infrastructure here. It's not Silent Hill if anything is up to code, of course. Oh gosh darn it, come on. Everything. Chuppy is famous. I feel like anyone who doesn't know Chuppy needs to know Chuppy. In fact, you can probably go check out Ryan Kingdom _ on Twitter. And you'll find not just Chuppy, but good art and all sorts of good stuff. I mean, there are a lot of people I could plug like crazy here. Okay, so nearly everything is oh, hey, the kitchen might be open. And we got a couple of doors that we bypassed. Let's first... Oh, right. Can't get to the kitchen. I used to live with him. He's drilled on me a lot. He loves to do it. Listen, sometimes cats. With everything busted, we now have only a couple doors left to check out. We got this one over here, which is doing nothing for us. We have the sound of reality bending and breaking and groaning against our will. Which, again, not great. It's not the best time. So let's pop up onto the second floor. We have a lot of locked doors and a lot of broken doors. Oh, hey! We got nurses. And we gotta protect Maria as best we can. Whoa, the volume is about as high here as in the chat, in my headset. Need you down. Come on. Going back and forth actually works really well. I say, as I die. So we're just going to turn the audio down now that it is not killing me. Show Maria how good you are at whacking girls. Well, unfortunately, I've failed at that. Maria does not know how well I can put damage on terrifying beings. I feel like there was something in here, though, and it's frustrating me. Oh, thank you for the gift sub. Could you, like, step away just a little bit? No? No? Okay. Yeah, Maria's got, you know, her own things going on, you know? Here we go. This is the note I was looking for. Jack Davis. He's attempted suicide 3 times in the past for reasons unknown. Although he's normally a model patient who follows doctors' and nurses' orders, he must be watched closely due to his past pattern of sudden and violent suicide attempts. Joseph Barkin. His illness seems to be rooted in the fact that he believes he is guilty of causing his daughter's death. His symptoms suggest a psychotic break and paranoid delusions. Normally calm, but has a tendency towards violence when excited. Joshua Lewis. History of hospitalization as well as numerous assaults, battery, and other violent offenses. He has a strong persecution complex and the tendency to solve things through violence. Extreme caution necessary. Hey, Abby. Good to see ya. I'll make sure the audio for the next time we do that little thing that makes all the creepy noises is something we don't deal with. Purple bull key. Okay, I need to actually keep an eye on that. And now we're going to... I'm going to go ahead and take a safety save so we don't have to do all this again. Gotta do a safety save. A little efficiency save. A save what keeps us from doing a whole bunch of tedious bullshit twice. A propensity to solve things through violence. Wow, what a weird psycho who is nothing like me, I say as I prep my iron pipe to bludgeon some human-like things to death. Hey, you don't know they're human. So I'm going to do a quick run to check all the doors. Just so I can get them marked on my map. Because the great thing that I remembered about this game from last time is that James is, above all else, an immaculate note taker. This is one of those something or other habits of highly effective people or whatever. Clearly a skill I lack. But it's fine. We've got all these doors that are broken. Just double checking them. so that we can easily just go right in here. Hello! St. Louis Turbo Mopar. Turbo Mopar. Want to make sure I get that name right. Or if there's something else you'd like to be referred to. That is also good. They look like big titty monster nurses to you? God. Okay. Quickly open our map. We've got a few places that we can go and some nurses that are... Yeah, I remember. You offered some really fun insight into the game. One of the folks from... so, last time, if y'all weren't here, we got to, slam jam with a raid of 140 plus people. Which I'm still kind of, like... I'm still amazed by. Mark is sufficiently boring for conversational purposes. Mark it is. I'll try my best to keep a pin in that. I do my best to try and like make sure I have everybody's names. Everybody's preferred names and nomenclature down. No matter how numerous you may be. Maybe you are Legion, but you are also people. Okay, let's get our health back up real quick, even though, oh boy. Oh, I don't want to use that yet. We're going to be hanging out in low health for a little bit while we get some doors open. Hey, Mom. Good to see you. They look like metaphors to you? Ooh, we got a couple of things here. A little teddy.
Ow. What's wrong?
It blinked at me.
Myself.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I got the bent needle. All right. There's a shotgun in the locker? Hell yes. That will most likely be handy. Sorry, Maria. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to do a thing. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the PS3 that had hardware emulation for PS1 and PS2 games. But it was never ideal. Ooh, there's something inside the pocket of the white lab coat. Got the examination room key. And it looks like that's all we get. Ooh. Good times emulating the PSP, DS, and PS2 purely for Ace Combat purposes? Yeah. God, I actually do wanna... Okay. Ambient soundtrack, I need you to, like, calm thyself. Oh god. Mannequin. I have a bearskin rug that is just a head. I'm pretty sure what you have is a bear head. A bear head rug. Yeah, exactly. It could still be a rug. It was very presumptuous of me to assume it was only the head. More broken locks. So many broken locks. Surely this place won't shift into some terrible creation. Oh god, yeah, I feel like by this point, there can't be too much reason not to release some good alternatives for people to play on official hardware. Examining room 3. There we go. we can get some more out of here. Ooh, another typewriter. There's a typewriter here. I've got no use for this. Wait a minute. What's this? There's a sheet of carbon paper, still stuck in the typewriter. I can still read the imprint left on it. Okay, pull out our notepad file, where I have also listed me checking out the movie Solaris. 3762. The number of the box, 3762. It can't help him anymore, but the button key doesn't scare me, so nobody can stop who I am. I don't know who I am. Who I am is who I am is. So we're going kind of for a House of Leaves approach with your next book. Started out as a rug, but was nasty and crispy, so we cut the head off a dead bear. Oh gosh. Okay, I actually do totally understand the logic that went into that. Or at least I can understand how I would think in that situation. Okay, we've got a little bit more range than the nurse does. So we need to make use of that. Okay, I need to back up because I am about to... Yes, I was in critical condition. Okay, I heard I heard the audio go down just a little, so I think that nurse is almost done. Dang it. I just healed. Wow. Okay. Nurse's footsies are deadly. Yeah, I need to brush up on my fighting games. I think some of the hitbox stuff for the nurses needs to be nerfed in the next patch. Like the footsie game with them is terrible. They have too much range for their pokes. It's just miserable. So rather than doing all the stuff we did already, we're just going to go straight into the second floor. And by straight into the second floor, I mean I'm going to fumble around clumsily until I remember how to get where we need to go. They're rushdown characters with super armor and great pokes, and their OTGs are filthy. Yeah. They get all wiggly when you, like when you spray a roach. Okay. I would rather not fight these at all. So let's see if we can just haul ass. We're not going to worry too much about Maria. If we get into a door fast enough, she's not going to go under any harm. Hopefully. Got the bent needle. Get the shotgun. I should probably also mention, one of the most beneficial things about losing a lot, have you considered gun? I should, but I like to hold on to my bullets as best I can. To a frankly detrimental degree. Okay, so we've got the examination room key grabbed. Run away from your feelings, James. The truest solution. How do you solve a problem like Maria? You just outrun her. Ow. That's all. Yeah, like if it works, take it. I know that's like a really silly tactic, but like let's be real. And actually, there may be systems in play that may necessitate Maria, you know, taking the occasional knock on the chin. So maybe it's a good thing. You don't know. Maybe the game wants you to get her hurt. Alright, so we're going to try and hit up all these doors on the way. We're going to try to not focus too much on the incoming nurses. because clearly this weapon is not suitable for it, and we missed out on the iron pipe. The lapis eye key. Now, where does that go to? This is the room where they keep Mother 1. I mean, it looks derelict enough, honestly. They also have rooms for Mothers 2 through 6, which, like, I didn't know they had ever announced or planned those. Maybe they weren't greenlit yet. Maybe there's some stuff in the works that Nintendo isn't saying. What is Nintendo not telling us? Nintendo. If you could just tell us whether or not Mothers 4 through 6 are in development, I think you could get a lot of goodwill that you've been losing lately by not giving Mario some serious cake in the Mario movie that's coming out. That's where Toby Fox does his work. Ow. Okay, you can stop that. Ow. Stop that. How did Maria already get all the way over to the other side of that room? That's impressive. She's got some scoot ability. I'm starting to think that Maria might not be everything she's described herself as. There we go. Give her a little stompy. Hell yeah. Ooh. Shotgun shells. A very necessary health drink. I would like to store up as many... Maria is secretly Gumby. She's here, and she's ready to play. Let's see, anything else in here? I think we explored this particular floor pretty well. And I want to say... I don't think the elevator is going to be helping us very much here. We've got the third floor. She can slither with her feet. Oh god, I watched Gumby a lot as a kid, and now I'm just kind of thinking about that. So, let's double check our inventory and check what keys we actually have. We're not going to worry too much about anything else we've got. Yeah, we've got a bull key, we've got a lapis eye key. We got the examination room key. Now, it was not applicable to the examination room that we were already in over here. But there is an examination room downstairs. Whoop. Okay, if we can rush in, get a stomp. All right. 4 bullets. Four bullets is actually pretty acceptable. We can work with that considering how many bullets we've picked up through all this. Lock is broken. Let's go back out. And we've got more nurses right outside. So, let's get ready. Oh. Stomp. All right. Yeah, they did do a little slither. Let's see. I believe the linen room and the nurse's station were locked away, and everything else is pretty much locked away, so let's head back down and see if we can open some more doors. Open doors. Okay, Maria, I think you're in the way. Thank you. Hello, nurse. Okay, So, everything is still just as dingy. Let's check out, let's see. Oh, we've seen a lot of rooms that are just, oh, here we go. That was a complete accident. How lovely. Oh, hi. Maria, you are, I don't know how to put this. You're kind of a creep. You got some creep vibes going right now. Are you sure that you're just like this cool chick who happens to look like my dead wife? Are you sure there's not something more? Third floor patient wing hall. Let's see. Um, that's 7335. Okay. Let's turn our light back on. Is there anything else here that we could use? Doesn't look like it, but there are plenty of little rooms. Just a weird coincidence? Yeah, that's fair. That seems perfectly fine. So we now can get out. Ooh. Oh, that's great. We can make our way through that entire little block of rooms. And judging, okay, so I feel confident enough that we can get through some of this without having to constantly go back and save. But I'm going to save anyway, because as soon as you say, you know what, I got this, the truth is you probably will end up having a situation in which you very much do not got this. So let's take a save. So let's see. I think we can head back upstairs. Yeah. Let's go upstairs. Let's do it. Oh, no, that's not the way. That is a flat corner with no discernible features. We do not want that. James' face on the save menu has big, ugly-ass reflections on the turned-off switch screen vibes. Yeah. I keep thinking that every time I see that. Just like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way about myself whenever that happens. Oh, wow. 2 bullets. And they're all gone. Nice. Oh, that's lovely for us. So, what rooms do we now have access to that we didn't before? So, I did actually have a YouTube channel that I have updated a little. Um, I have a few things like some of my uh, early attempts at YouTubing and some backups of streams for this Twitch channel. So you can probably find something that I've done. I actually did a whole series on Night in the Woods, which is a great game. It was like my first attempt at like making a YouTube channel for myself. Let's see. Is there anywhere else? No, there's not a lot of locked rooms that we weren't able to access. Whenever you see the little squiggle, that's usually a sign that, nope, you can't go through. Um, so we've been to the examination room, gotten a lot of stuff actually. I think it's time to go up to the 3rd floor now. Look, if you if you actually like remember that phase, then you might actually have something on a lot of other people here. So like that's there's something that's very heartwarming about that. I uh I did the Night in the Woods series, which, you know, I did all the voices for because because I really wanted to like go all in. That's what I do here too. And it was around the same time that the first wave of, I think, anti-LGBTQ algorithmic measures were being taken on YouTube. And while I continued the series to its conclusion, I kind of just decided, you know what? Like, maybe YouTube isn't the right place for me. Um, and while it took a bit of doing, um, I eventually just moved to Twitch instead, which had some similar issues, but nothing that nasty. As for Croc, I believe I have almost everything of Croc. I definitely have everything up there, at least delisted in private. So, yeah. For those of you who might be new, Ryan and I play. Oh wait, no, no. This is the wrong code. We need 7335. Um, Ryan and I, for a long time, played games together of just any game with a funny little guy in it. And it was a lot of fun. And then we included Lark at Scoosh. And it continued to be a lot of fun. And that might continue tomorrow, where we are going to play Gex 3, which is going to be a lot of fun. I really do need to be careful with my ammo. Yeah, you had a work gap, and I had a stress gap. The Regex turn. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, you... Listen. Listen, you want funny little guys. A, Ryan is your dude. And B, I am also your gender-neutral dude. Oh, hey. So, Maria, it's just us in a bed and me pushing you around and this weird thing that reflects your soul back at you. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should make a fort. Yeah, I think that's the important thing to remember about Ryan is that he is the foremost expert in the field of funny little guys, being one himself. And I'm going to keep like plugging Ryan's stuff. Yeah, Night in the Woods is great. I actually want to do it again, you know? Um, so maybe one of these days we'll get another playthrough going. Oh, hell yes. Now, I don't think we have the lock for this yet, but, or we don't have the code for this one yet. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Ryan, you also did the color work for the cover of a recent or upcoming issue of Sonic the Hedgehog for IDW. Which is really... We missed one room. Okay, sorry. Um, sorry, I was really upset that I missed a door. So not only is Ryan an expert on funny little guys, Ryan is involved in the creation of media dedicated to funny little guys. You good?
James. Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
Uh-huh.
You should rest.
Mm. So comfy.
I love trash gremlins.
I'm gonna go look for her. For Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Laura, of course, is our current MacGuffin. She's the little girl who stepped on our hand. Um,
James, I want to ask you something. What if.
I'll go ahead and
What
unlist
if you can't find Mary? What will you do?
some of the old videos, just for the hell of it.
I haven't thought about that.
In fact, if people don't mind, I still have to edit out the opening pre-roll for a lot of old videos, but if people are fine with that pre-roll, I can just list them. Like, no joke. I have a personal um I have a personal quality standard, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing to do for the audience. So yeah, I actually am fine with that. So let's see. Where can we go? Yeah, so I technically can't talk too much about a book that I'm in, an anthology, because I don't think you can sell adult material on here. There's something stuck in the drainage pipe. The hole is too small. I can't get my hand inside to reach it. Trying to narrate the game and cutting myself off on that point is weirdly hilarious to me. Maybe if I had a long, narrow tool of some kind. Maybe you are a long, narrow tool. Yeah, I have a book, or I am involved in an anthology series. It isn't long enough. Well, fine. This combination doesn't make any sense. You know what? That's fair. You read me for filth, and I accept it. Yes, I am in My Monster Girlfriend, which was announced just today, I think. Um, and it is an adulty book. And I think I did a really good job. So I'm really excited for people to get their hands on it. I had it done about a year ago. Let's see. So we've already knocked out a lot of stuff here. So let's see. Let's double check our keys. We have a roof key. Ooh, what if we go upstairs? My book is called Trash Mob Romance. It is the story of a little gremlin who gets kind of sort of kicked out of town and is trying to find her own place and finds a gigantic spider, a spider lady. Hilarity ensues. Now, I have seen the vampire one, and that one is very good. But the gremlin one, like, mine was very much meant to be, like, I took a different route where I wanted to make something that was sexy and adult entertainment, but the main characters are asexual. I wanted to see if I could pull that off, and I think I actually did it. May 9th. Rain. Stared out the window all day. Peaceful here. Nothing to do. Still not allowed to go outside. May 10th. Still raining. Talked with the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic, weak. Not everyone can be strong. May 11th. Rain again. The meds made me feel sick today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? May 12th. Rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. Maybe selfish, but it's what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. May 13th. It's clear outside. The doctors told me I've been released, that I've got to go home. I... The diary ends here. There are no more entries. What was a diary doing up here? So, one of the things I like about the early Silent Hills is that they're not particularly afraid. Oh god. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. That was actually incredible. That was such a neat reveal. That was so good. Okay, we are hurting. Hi, Corp logo. Uh, yeah, just kind of sitting there. Oh, that noise is probably nothing. It's fine. I'm just messing with the door, trying to get it unlocked. Oh, hi, man who's successfully killed me before. Red pyramid thing. Okay, so a show of technical hands. Who here calls him Pyramid Head, and who here calls him Red Pyramid Thing? If Joseph looks calm, he can be taken out of his cell. I basically only watch good ending uh, versions of this game. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because I call him Pyramid Head, always have, and Red Pyramid Thing is his canonical name and is how he is referred to in this game. Which is wild. That's not exactly a Mandela effect because it really was just fans going, Pyramid Head is such an easier name to say. But Red Pyramid Thing is also really good. Okay, so let's take a look at where all we've been. We don't have a lot of extra codes. We've been to the roof. Not a lot of results there. We want to get to the rest of floor 1, which has been inaccessible to us for quite a while. Yeah, I really like your interpretation of judgment where your and your wife's assertion that um, Silent Hill continues to be a manifestation of Alessa's influence from the first game. Yeah, most people who play the game don't read the diary out loud. It's how willing are y'all to let me get a little personal on here? Because I use this place as a little bit of a soapbox sometimes, and I figure because we got into the suicide diary, which I don't know how else you frame it, um, is worth talking about because I think it's like a really interesting bit. Um, because like, okay, so from here on, we're going to note, hey, oh, we're on the 3rd floor, right? So maybe we didn't actually do enough here. Okay, here we go. I'm getting serious, so you can. Uh, Now, I myself have been suicidal in the past. And while I won't say to the full extent or what necessarily caused it, a lot of that suicide note is something that resonates with me. It's not necessarily something that, like, oh yeah, I felt exactly like this. But I think what's incredible is that they actually did a surprisingly good job of rendering that stuff. Oh, don't worry. Rose was coming in feeling, entering with her own cup of depresso and is just taking care of herself. We're all good. We're one big happy family. So, yeah, I've been suicidal. I've had these feelings in the past, and I'm bound to have them in the future. And this comes with my depression and my OCD. Um, it's not great, um, but it is something that when I read notes like that, I feel for it a lot. And I've never found a way to talk to somebody about these sorts of feelings up until recently, where, like, I had to sit there and go, yeah, it's hard. When you get into those moments, it is one of the most painful things you can experience. And when you're in it, it becomes very difficult to see what the truth is, especially when you're in your own head, and especially if you've been in a lot of personal experiences where they've made you feel that way, or times where the evidence of your own existence, your own experience, makes you feel that way. And the thing about the line about selfishness always gets me because I understand where people are coming from, but it's almost always made by people who have never been in those feelings. So when I see stuff like that, I come at it from a place of sympathy and empathy because people who haven't been suicidal, people who haven't dealt with severe depression, don't really know what it feels like to decide, like, to start thinking about that and start really focusing on that. The Diary is Mary's, right? As of right now, we don't have explicit details, but put a pin in that. Turn, turn, turn the numbers. Better not forget them. So I'll write them down here. The other one, my secret name. And I believe the numbers are 2335. So anyway, the thing that I like to tell people who are suicidal is that the hardest thing when you're in those moments is giving yourself the opportunity to make it to some other day. Something to look forward to that lets you go, you know what? Maybe something will happen. Maybe I'll feel worse. Maybe I'll feel better. But I'm going to take this this one thing that I'm looking forward to, and it can be anything. It can be a game, it can be a movie, it can be a book, it can be a project that you want to put out. Um, and you're essentially giving yourself opportunities to let new experiences come out that let you go, oh, like this is making me feel like I can stick it out a little longer. And the thing is, as cheap as that might sound or feel, the fact is the reason why people wind up in those feelings in the short term is because they're dealing with a lot of powerful but nevertheless temporary things. And you don't have to get rid of those feelings. You just have to withstand them long enough to be able to go, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to do something else. It hurts, but it will eventually get better in some way, shape, or form. But you have to be there to allow for it to happen. And I mean, to my end, I've had a lot of experiences with people that continued to be worse. I have an extended family that's not very good. Um, and so I have to occasionally deal with the fact that the things that make me feel a certain way are still technical. Ooh, there's nothing inside the box. No, I'm wrong. There are a few hairs inside. I got a piece of hair. Now, we're also talking about like Mary who has a terminal illness. If that diary is who it's for. Um, and that's another thing that can occasionally be really, really rough. Because if you have a terminal illness, if you feel like, yeah, I can't progress to this point, I can't look forward to something in the next day, in the next week, in the next month, it creates a very compelling argument that is hard to ignore. And the thing is, people need more sympathy for that than excuses, explanations, shaming, guilt. Got the elevator key. And I think, and you can do so without necessarily encouraging somebody to follow through. You can just say, you know what? Yeah, that really sucks. It's hard to let yourself feel that pain without projecting some insecurity onto it in a way that like doesn't that just doesn't help you. Um, so we're going to go down to the first floor because that is the one place we have not been able to get to yet. We're actually almost done with the hospital at the moment. Yeah, sometimes like Abby got it right in one. Sometimes the best way to move forward is by taking steps to take yourself away from the people who are hurting you, which is for people who like when it comes to family or significant others who we attach ourselves to, that can be even more difficult. Okay, I think. Yes. So I want to catch up with the chat a little bit here. Accusing someone of being selfish is just the only way that people who don't understand can rationalize it. And yeah, rationalizing those feelings is doesn't work when you don't know how that goes. Um, and yeah, Mark, if you want to share, by all means. Again, these are public videos. They are saved, so I want to make sure that people know they don't have to share anything that they don't feel comfortable sharing in public. But also, this is a safe space.
Laura?
Here she is.
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
James?
Fine, don't believe me.
But last year, Mary was already...
Let's practice our breathing exercises before we react.
I'm sorry, Laura. Anyway, let's go. We can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I?
I love that line. I love it so much.
Wait, there's something I gotta get.
Later, okay?
But it's really important.
What is it?
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I wanna go get it. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Come on, hurry up.
Is it in there? What are you doing, Laura?
It's further back in the desk.
Laura! What are you doing?
Ha ha, I tricked you.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right?
I
You
mean,
want me to open it?
now you are.
Huh? Huh? Do ya?
Yes, please.
What's the magic word?
Laura?
Okay, I guess I won't open it. I think I'll just leave you like this.
You snotty little brat! Open up!
I don't think that's going to help your case, James.
You
Laura?
hurt me.
Okay, so we're at a boss, which means we are going to use a shotgun. Hi, cat. Okay. We need to make sure that we stay as far away from these guys as humanly possible. We can only really get in one good hit on them at a time before we gotta run. And we're also low on health. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Nope, that was an unaimed shot. Run away! James doesn't have the fleet of foot that Harry does. But thankfully, there's just enough time in between attacks when we pop him once. Oh, did I see that right? I hope I didn't. Ow. Rude. Just gave me a little kick. Oh, yep, there are 3 of them. Okay. I think we might be able to get this without dying. Asphyxiation. We did it. And we did it fairly well.
James. James. James.
Nope, there was a 3rd corpse. It descends through the wall, or through the ceiling normally. Let's see, let's grab our handgun. We're still good on health, so we're good. There's some more handgun bullets. There is a save marker. Ah, oh, I think we might not be in the hospital anymore. Nope, still says we're in the hospital. So, I kind of lost the flow of the conversation a little bit, but, hopefully we're still at a good point where, you know, we're all comfortable. Because this game does deal in some pretty heady topics, like suicide. And it's going to be fairly prevalent throughout the game. Because we're not just dealing with psychoses, we are dealing with genuine mental illness and some genuine, like, struggles in real life. And we talked about, like, terminal illnesses and how they can create a very specific feeling in people that is very hard to describe. I mentioned before, I took off from last Friday because I did lose somebody in my life recently who was a good guy, and wasn't the kind of person who let those things kind of drag him down. Was a very positive person in general. But I've also known people who've like really struggled when they were dealing with something that was life-threatening. And gosh, it's just such a difficult thing to wrap your head around if you aren't in it. I saw the Law and Order story that was shared here, and yeah, that's I actually do kind of get where that comes from. It's weird to like say stuff like that because like I don't know that experience, but there is like this, I don't know, mental illness vibe, you know? Where you don't have to necessarily be in it to kind of understand how a brain can take those situations and turn them into something else in that specific way. All right, let's go up to second floor. I think we're actually doing pretty well at the moment. Gave me all his dumb 90s business books, and I stole all his socks. Oh, the nurses are grungier now. Doot. You gotta have business socks. Good for business time. That's why they call them business socks. Okay, there is some wet slapping going on. And not the good kind, so we're just gonna do a little stomp. Sabrina is here and I'm petting her tummy. Hi, Sabrina. Lindsay occasionally posts pictures of her very good cats. I like them a lot. They're very good cats. I have secret videos of the cats. It's very good. I was locked up inside the basement's basement. It was so small and dark and I was so afraid. I dropped my precious ring, but I will never, ever go back there. I mean, fair. You let go of your things so that you can continue your existence. Okay, I don't think I need my notes for codes anymore. Oh, hi! Can I get a kick in before... Yes. We'll go ahead and take the hits. Yeah, terminal illness is a moment when, like, I will not live through this becomes real. And the mind is good at imagining things like that. The feeling of I won't live through this is what makes people want to die when they are depressed as well. Yeah, that's actually, like, a fantastic point. Like, one of the... In my deepest, darkest depression moments, that's kind of where my brain goes. And, like... It's that feeling of, is this forever? Is this my new normal? Is this where I'm just going to be for the rest of my life? And most of the time, that's not necessarily the case. But it's hard to separate yourself from that when you're in it. Like, I guess the lighthearted example is the kid who was on Knox after going to the dentist, freaking out in the back of his dad's SUV, and going, "Is this forever?" and screaming and all that. It's like when you are in it, when you are in it and you don't know when it's going to end. I've talked about my edible story where it was also that way. The time dilation of being in a bad situation is intense. Nothing feels more important than what you're dealing with at that exact moment when it's palpable enough. It's no good. The door is too heavy to open by myself. Let's see, is there another door out? Kind of appreciate that, like, I can chew the fat with y'all about this, because it's some dark stuff, but, like, I feel... If y'all are feeling uncomfortable, go ahead and say the word, and I think everybody in the chat will be just like, yeah, you know what? Cool. Thank you for speaking up. And if not, then, like, you know, don't worry too much. But, like, there are a lot of times that we deal with that feel like it's the most important period of our life. And I think everybody experiences it in some way. Be it an actual serious situation or something as simple as going through a bad social faux pas in high school when you are dead certain that your entire life is going to be governed by things you do in high school. Like, we all deal with it in some capacity, even if we don't necessarily know that that's what we're dealing with in the moment. Reeled it in before it came out, just in case someone in the chat could be suffering. Yeah. And I'm a mental health advocate on here. Like, if you are dealing with that stuff, like, as the secret agents and psychonauts once said, I am your sister in grief. I don't know what you're going through. Maybe I'll never know what you're going through. But I do know enough about my own issues that I know that things always have the capacity to get easier. Always have the capacity. God, that's a fluffy cat. That is such a fluffy cat. She is an angel no one knows. Only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins she devours them. Sin and sinner alike, she saves me. She is an angel. Now we're just all kind of dealing with the fact that floof. Give it a little kick. Boop. Dusty is fluffier. Oh god. I'm gonna have to click the Dusty picture too. Dusty is so fluffy. Oh my god. That is such a good picture of that cat. I've seen quite a few pictures of that cat. And now we get to go through all the doors. One by one. This is basically Silent Hill, the experience. There are empty medicine bottles here. Is this what Maria was taking? Is Maria sick now too? So this is where Maria would normally be if the fourth dimension didn't just gently overlap us. We found some pills and we hear some disturbing breathing. So that's fun. Yeah, the metaphor of holding a glass of water for 10 seconds versus a minute versus an hour is one I really like as a point of comparison. Because it's like, yeah, anyone can deal with something really bad for 10 seconds. And while it is absolutely possible to deal with it in a longer string of time, that doesn't mean it's remotely easy. Okay, I need to check my inventory because we've gotten quite a lot of stuff. And I need to make sure that I have... Ooh, restores energy by relieving pain. Cool. We have a fair amount of bullets, but I need to start... Okay, I do have a dry cell battery. Do I have a key of anything? Basement storeroom key. Ooh. Boop. Okay, that's done. Now I believe I can head up through that door, maybe? Let's find out. Yes. Okay, can't see where anyone's coming from. There we are. Ow! I was reloading. You jerk. Anybody else? Who else wants some? Please share cats. I need everyone to understand that if you have a cat to share and you have the means to share the cat, it is a moral imperative. Oh my god. That's a fluffy tum. That is so many fluffy tum. I have seen more fluffy tum than I have seen in quite some time. I'm very grateful. That is so good. So many beans. Oh. Oh hey, we can get in here. I tried opening this door, but I couldn't quite get the right position. Shotgun shells. First aid kit. Handgun bullets. Oh hell yes. I really don't want to have just my handgun as my primary weapon. Let's see. Can we go to the elevator? Actually, let's just take the stairs. Oh, and there's a save point. How convenient. Ooh. Brother cats. Oh my goodness. Look at them. Lurking. Judging. Wondering who is encroaching on their space. Oh my god, cats. Cats in Silent Hill. It's the perfect mixture. So we're just going to go all the way down and pop in through this little door right here. Ooh, and we've got what looks like shotgun shells. Hell yes. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here, so let's move the shelf. Cats in Silent Hill lockers. Their natural habitat. Jesus. uh,
James.
oh,
Mary?
hi.
Oh, Maria.
You're doing better.
It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me.
Ma'am.
I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me?
Because I didn't know you were there.
About is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I
Then
just...
stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me.
Supposed to.
So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but She ran away.
We've got to find her.
You
Okay.
really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
Kosuke. Kosuke cat. Kosuke cat. Very good. And yeah, um, we've talked a little bit about some of the references in the series, like how the elementary school in Silent Hill 1 is basically just Kindergarten Cop, which is fantastic and hilarious. Okay. Let's see. We've got the copper ring. Don't know what that's going to be for. But hey, now we have two people. And we do have a thing that we need to do. Yes, candy corn! People can not candy corn all they want, but it's actually a good treat. Oh my goodness. Cats together. Two cats. Two of them. Two cats? There are cats and there are two of them. And I really appreciate that. Which... It was back in the other world where we saw accessible day room. Okay, it should be on the second floor if this map is right. You gotta have font cats. Listen, I know candy corn gets a bad rap because it's basically just condensed sugar. And that's why I like it. It's a very simple and tasty treat that does not need to be enjoyed by everybody. It just needs to be enjoyed by somebody. Let's see. What's going to be the easiest way? Oh, I love a cat that can play fetch. Sometimes he loses the ball, trying to teach him hot and cold, but yeah, that's a tricky thing to teach a cat. Sabrina, your new name is Times New Roman. Yeah, I mean, like, we don't make the rules, it's just how it is. Oh my god, that lounging cat. That's a little too good. That's resplendent. Okay, so Maria is now hanging with us, kind of full time. We need to get down to the second floor. We're actually moving along at a pretty decent clip, all things considered. Oh, hey. Here's something fun.
Hi there, everybody! Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat! Here you either answer the questions correctly and win a great prize, or fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It all depends on you. And our lucky, or should I say unlucky, challengers
So we're going to get all the questions before we are allowed to answer.
Witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood, and finally... What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. What was the name of the murderer who committed this vile act? 1. Walter Sullivan. 2. Scott Fairbanks. 3. Eric Day. Now for our third and final question. South of the lake is a deserted old neighborhood called South Vale. From there to Palevale, the central resort area northwest of the lake, there's only one road you can take. Just one road, no more. The third and final question is, what is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan Avenue. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? When you know the answers, head to the storeroom on the 3rd floor to collect your prizes. But be careful if you're wrong. Well then, everybody, thanks for tuning in. See you again sometime. Bye-bye.
So I'm definitely going to go for that. Now I already know the answers to
What
this.
was that?
Kat has the first two entirely right. So we are going to... Ooh, I'm related to Ed Gain through his mother's family. That's wild. That's really interesting. Like, I think those kinds of things are always like terrifying in some sense, but like it's one of those I don't know how to put it. Wisconsin. Oh, Judge, you know they didn't contact anybody. Let's see. Where would that prize be? That would be in the storeroom, they said? So we can go... Yeah, okay. Do you like flesh? Or cutting it? But I'm a het top? Is that weird? God damn it, that was really good. Okay, so we're going to the storeroom. The door that I had trouble opening before. And that box went completely unnoticed by me. Okay. So... Oop. Okay, that was accidentally the right one. So... Lakeside, and then we have Walter Sullivan, which was the first one. And Nathan Avenue is the one that is like the single road. So... Shotgun shells! Shotgun! Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Ample, ample. Ah, what an ample bounty. Okay. It's a good joke. Listen. It's a good joke. Okay. Now. It was a top joke. Thank you. Okay, so we did a quiz. This is neat. Okay, cool. So we're going to hit the elevator and we're going to go back down to the 2nd floor, and we might be able to resolve the hospital before the end of the day. Ah, neat. Let's see. There's the day room. That was called day room? Whatever the case.
open it?
No,
Yeah, Maria, give me
I
a hand
cannot.
here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help?
That's regressive. Yeah, the suffering is pretty good. I really like it. I've never beaten it, but
What's
I've
this?
played through a majority of it, and it's...
Not very cute, is it?
I'm
Here's
kind
a
of sad that
nice
it's overlooked
detail.
these days.
Thanks.
Lead ring. So we've got a copper ring and a lead ring. Interesting. God, there's supposed to be a... According to the map, there's supposed to be a door in that corner, but... Oh, no, there's a lot of stuff in the way that keeps us from even reaching the area where the door would be. Interesting. Have we actually looked at the copper rings? Or picture of a spider engraved with a disgusting bloated face? Okay, sure. Um, hmm. Okay, so we don't have a lot of places to save very easily. I think we have to go back to the third floor and then go to the stairwell. It's a picture of a disgusting bloated oh, wait, sorry, it's just a mirror. Yeah, so the thing Judge posted is a little in-game loading screen from the suffering. After enough time and sufficient bloodshed, certain locations gain a power all their own. In time, there will not be any truly peaceful places left. Um, idea idea that Silent Hill is a bit like that. It's like it's not a singular thing. It's just a bunch of super heavy stories of misery and evil that seeped into the soil, and now it's just fucked. Yeah, it's I think that's kind of the idea that was being presented by Mark. Which again is a good, simple way of dealing with that. Like it's a good, solid thing. And I mean, it's the basis for a fair amount of horror, but usually is like a much more direct thing, like Native American burial grounds for one example, or like graveyards or houses where abuse took place or whatever, where like you're dealing with so many people having suffered so much in one specific place, and it just becomes a death spot. Okay, so where do we go? I think we have potentially a place that we need to go. Um, Wait a minute. I saw a door that was not merely marked off, but blocked. Power is coming from something. I don't believe they successfully banished Samael. I am kind of... Oh yeah, there's a hand here. Oh, that's a perfectly normal door. There's a painting of a woman on the door. Oddly enough, the hand part of the painting is actually 3D and sticks out. I mean, that is true. Um, let's see. And then we are going to... put the lead ring on the hand of the lady in the painting. And the door is unlocked. Actually 3D. Yeah, that phrasing is just so good. Ooh. We just have one stairwell. Excellent. The second Silent Hill movie, I think, did get advertised as a 3D film. So I think one of the things that's interesting about this version, like the way we're playing this game, is that I think some of the camera inputs are a little warped. Like things are shifted over a little bit in some places. Okay. Oh God, run, run. We need to run. We need to run. We're going to run. We're going to run. Oh gosh. That is the red pyramid thing. Maria, please hurry. Maria? You can get in here. That would be great. Come on. You good? I don't think you're good. Oh. Think we might have lost a friend. Oof. I forgot how sudden and violent that is. It's a good bit too. Like, the thing is, this is a fantastically done scene. They don't milk it, they're just like, nope, you get to rest in this for a minute. We are back in the opening area. Let's see. I guess let's start checking the walls. Let's start over here, a nice good base point. Yeah, like, oh wait, no, I wanted to do the east wall. Over here? Yeah, start here. Oh! Yeah, Pyramid Head keeps showing up, like, very suddenly. Just out of nowhere, like, just lurking constantly. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. Damn. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. Hey, we've been there. I copied them onto my map and got the hospital lobby key. Oh hey, the kid. The really shitty kid. So, I've been playing the medium lately from Bloober Team. And I've been getting pretty frustrated at it. It's it is so far fine. I've never beaten it before. I know about some of the controversy. Um, but I like listen. Laura is a kid, and so naturally has some behaviors that are a little underdeveloped, which is fine. But she has not been our friend. Anyway, so I've been playing the medium, and the thing I've noticed is that nobody shuts up. Ria's dead. Couldn't protect her. Once again, I couldn't do anything to help. Laura has run off somewhere. Mary, What should I do? Are you really waiting somewhere for me? Or is this your way of taking... I'm going to find Mary. It's the only thing I have left to hope for. So yeah, the medium... Silent Hill is really interesting because, yes, these characters do narrate. They talk about themselves. They talk about their experiences in ways I think are really interesting and kind of add to the vibe of the franchise really well. And the medium keeps telling me things that I would rather let be intuited, you know? And like, it's just such a chatty game, which is jarring as like a survival horror game. It's great if you're playing a slasher game where you get to play as the slasher, or even as one of the potential victims, but as a Silent Hill-like, there's something I really appreciate about the fact that these characters aren't always talking. They don't have something to comment on every time they experience something. It's like, it's the one thing right now that's really dragging the experience down for me, because I think the main character is neat. There's a lot of neat ideas. I kind of need her to not talk so much. And I usually don't say that. If a female character shows up and I ever say, I wish you would stop talking, that's probably a sign that, oh boy, they have actually kind of like hit that overboard point of like not being aware when the conversation, like the actual dialogue, is a little bit too much for the scene. Yeah, it's kind of a shut the fuck up situation. And I don't like saying that about a main character unless it's like a very Whedon-esque approach of like, always got to have something funny to say. And she's not like that. She is constantly filling in things about the world, about her experiences, about her past, to the point that, oh, you know what? Those are fine. To the point that like I get kind of tired and would really rather the game let me figure it out myself. Yeah, STFU, Twitch Automods are... Medium Lady is survival horror Bubsy. Kind of. I mean, yeah. Better than Bubsy, but like... Oh yeah, bots absolutely don't understand context. Algorithms are not understood by algorithms. Like, ugh. It gets harder when like we start talking about like some really cool stuff and what could possibly go wrong? Except it's survival horror, so it's what could possibly go wrong? Would you say the medium would be improved if Bubsy was the pro tag? I don't... Okay, unfortunately, yes. And that's mostly because I'm mad at it for talking so much. And I don't want to say that. Because the girl is cute. And I like playing games where you get to actually be the girl and like you get to have a history and like you get to have her comment and be a personality, but like, oh my god, just like, hey, just chill, just chill, just chill. Oh, this is a little bit more Silent Hilly. Whole comments comprised of asterisks. Oh, here we go. We've got Aletta. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. Part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park, at the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. Made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for truth. I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now, no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. Yeah, there's... Okay, so for people who don't really know about the controversy regarding the medium, there... We've talked a little bit about suicide, and we've talked a little bit about, like, various aspects of these games that can be very sensitive stuff. And the medium, be it intentionally or not, kind of does some victim blamey stuff while also being very bad about mental illness, which Bloober Team consistently does. Um, like I'm, yeah, I'm playing it because I want to get a fix on like, yeah. Let me explain why I'm playing it. Even though I know it was going to piss me off, even though I know it was going to be something upsetting and not well executed, I'm playing it because if Silent Hill 2 is going to be remade by a studio who I've liked precisely one game by, I want to know... Wow, that mannequin just fell straight to the ground. I want to know what I'm in for, because there's a good chance that I'll be the prime demographic for the Silent Hill remake. And the medium is their closest analog to Silent Hill. It is, I would consider, a dead-on, like, Silent Hill pitch, mechanically. And I'm of the belief that Bloober is really good at mechanics, or at least good enough at mechanics that they can make something really compelling. And after Observer, I was willing to believe that sometimes they can even write really well. Okay, we need to turn back. I don't actually recall the medium having any sort of content warning. Maybe it did and I just missed it, but if it did, then I guess that proves your point. Hi, Nemrin. I just hope that their uncompromising attitude causes the new Silent Hill stuff to be better. Oh, well, listen, Judge, if you've got the joke, have it at the ready and pull it out when you feel it is most effective. Obviously, we want to avoid spoilers for those who are new to this experience, but I love me a good heavy joke. Explicit violence and gore. Yeah, that's like the typical old school thing. Our patented two worlds technology. Yeah, like so I've been sitting on the Silent Hill 2 remake. And I'll admit I've had my issues with the trailer. Nothing major. It all looks like at worst it'll be fine. It looks like they have a lot of those beats in place that at the very least they are going to hit the marks. But I think the thing that would make it good is if they don't bother writing anything and they just repeat everything that was in the original. A lot of Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4, the localizations were handled by a team that included Jeremy Blaustein, who was responsible for Metal Gear Solid 1 and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, among others. And while I'm not huge on his works, I think his writing style works really well for Silent Hill because he's very good at like this is I don't mean to insult Jeremy Blaustein here. I'm not a fan of his for the reasons I'm about to state, but the reason why Jeremy Blaustein was perfect for Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4 is that his dialogue and his writings feel very disconnected. They feel like no line quite goes with anything else. And that really works. Victim of Persecution by Ans. Jenny Carroll lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. Well, good news. Could there be something under here? Yes. Let's dig. So, yeah. I have my reasons for not really liking Jeremy Blaustein's work beyond that, but he was one of the better translators at the time. The one negative thing I have about him personally is that the small metal box is fastened by bolts. I can't open the lid. He kind of took out his frustration on not being responsible for the localization of Metal Gear Solid 2 on the person who would take it over. And I think the localization for Metal Gear Solid 2 is impeccable. I think it's great. I got the old bronze key. Yeah, especially an old school localization. Like, when you find out that Final Fantasy VII was translated by people basically pulling out a Game Shark with a copy of the Japanese version, just trying their best, you start realizing, oh yeah, localization at a certain point in gaming history was, and I put this in the most friendly terms possible, that is commensurate to the situation, an absolute fucking shit show. And I don't say this lightly. Oh, shotgun shells. Oh, hell yes. Is that... And a health drink. Thank you. Localization is still tough. But nowadays, we have entire studios, like 8-4 studios, that do impeccable work with translation. And that's largely because the amount of work that was done to create the infrastructure so that localizers and translators could most effectively do their jobs had so much to do with how bad the situation was up to that point. Yes, okay. Yeah, localization was number 10 in a 9-item list of priorities. That's a really good bit. I want to equip this because I need to stay off my handgun as best I can. We've got an old bronze key. Yeah, we've got some weird stuff. We have this dry cell battery that I don't know what we're going to be doing with. Here's the thing. You're right, it was a younger person who was still in college at the time, who would go on to also be the translator for a lot of Metal Gear related stuff, including books. And the thing is, I love the translator for MGS2. In no small part because she's kind of a shit. And I mean this in the best of ways. She is very willing to talk about her issues with the script of Metal Gear Solid 2. She has this great deconstruction of Hideo Kojima as a creator that really kind of tears down like what makes him tick, and like it is the most succinct and impeccable like understanding of Kojima at the time as this person who wants to sound smart, wants to be compelling, has all of these different moving parts and no way of actually congealing them together. And it, as much as I love Kojima, as much as I love his works, as much as I will follow his career up until he does something shitty enough that I have to go, okay, fine. Her essay on all that, her interviews on the subject are beautiful. They are not mean-spirited, they are just starkly brazen and very upfront about her feelings. Like, she does not hide it. And nevertheless, she does a great job of translating games in a way that is incredibly impactful. Like, she understood that game, even if she didn't agree with anything in it. Anyway, here's Pyramid Head. Oh, and the other guys we fought. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. Hey, it's him. Yeah, we got Ted Woolsey. We got a lot of good translators around that era. Let's see, we don't... Is there a way to get a map? Like, we've actually done quite a bit here, so let's see if there's anything we can find that might help us out. Don't think so. No doors, no maps, no nothing. Very unfortunate. Are you sure there's not a map? Yeah, okay. Yeah. They make you sign NDAs. They do not want you talking like that. And I get the reason why. I would say that what she displayed was kind of a mean-spirited approach, but nevertheless a necessary dissection of somebody who has actually been neck deep in one of the most dense games of its era by a long shot. And I don't mean dense, I mean dense in the literal substantive qualities that make up Metal Gear Solid 2. All of the concepts, themes, metaphors, and historical research that went into making that game. The name of the painting hints that this is all left over after Alessa's judgment. Yeah. I really gotta watch Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I know some really good writers who got hired there. I believe the okay. So Bad Game Hall of Fame, the writer there, Cassidy, does some of the most impeccable research essays on old and bad games that you will ever read. And that's not even a joke. And she got hired as one of the writers for Stop Skeletons from Fighting. And I cannot begin to tell you how good that is. Like, that is one of the greatest possible hires you could have in that particular context. Plus, it's a trans woman writing, so like, hey. A translator went off on us for our shoddy workflow and a bunch of other shit, but we were not allowed to explain why she was wrong. Oh yeah, that's like, I am unfortunately very aware of how situations like that go down. It's it's nasty. I understand the necessity of NDAs in a lot of ways, but most of the time, it just sounds like it gets in the way. Crimson and White Banquet for the Gods. Death by skewering. Oh, there was a description. An execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. To choose his death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Toluca Prison Camp. Built during the Civil War, later became Toluca Prison. Is there extra description here? No. Oh, hi! Hey, Skitter. Get out. There we go. Were there any other doors over here? I think we went through there and... Okay, lock is broken. If I remember correctly, the Historical Society is a bit more of a straightforward map. Like, we won't have to worry about getting too lost here. But I don't know. Oh, There's a hole here. We're gone now. Hey, Rose. We're at the tail end, just so you know. I think once we hit our next save point, we'll be winding down. He's okay, folks. It's just a wall. Okay, let's see. We're doing great. We're stuck in a well. Ostrich tail. I actually like that spelling a lot. Oh, hey. This is different. Just this spot here feels different than a normal wall. I wonder if I could somehow break it. Damn, dude. Knock that out. Okay, come on. Donk. Donk. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. And whack-a-mole. There we go. Okay, there's still some baddies off in the distance, but we're doing better now. But we need to be ready with our iron pipe, because we know they're coming. But James, we're already in horny jail. Ooh, okay. Okay. That was adequate. Let's move over here and see if maybe there's a place to enter. Oh, we've got so many doors. So many doors. Key. Give me key. Spiral writing key. Uh-oh. Flashlight died. It's locked. This is great. I'm sure that everything is just fine. 'Tis doubt which leadeth thee to purgatory. Good to know. Let's see. Well, we do have a battery. Maybe we can combine things? Is this thing out of batteries? There we go. Don't have to combine. Change the light's battery. Skitteries! So we're just gonna stomp on everything that we can. Which is gonna be difficult because they are moving fast and we are getting hurt. Oh god, bugs, bugs, bugs. So many bugs. Let me out! Okay, I think maybe we can see the keypad because I don't know if we can actually deal with this. Oh god. See 3 and 5. Okay, I see what kind of code this is. We did 353 and 535. Let's do 335. Try my best here. Oh gosh. Then 355. There we go. We did it. And we're out. Oh my god. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. The thing is, it's fine. What you really need to understand about all this is that it is fine. The door is locked. Don't mind the fact that we are currently sideways. Let's go down. I think my friends are back from Costco. They took a long trip. They've got like great timing actually. Where are we? Oh hey! It's our pizza friend.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. Pow.
So what you're saying is you did do it.
You killed him?
But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh yeah? Why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie?
I was just joking, James.
I don't think he's joking.
He was dead when I got here, honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
You're going out there alone?
Yeah.
Eddie?
Yeah. Just a very normal dude. Oh. Eddie is a fascinating figure. Oh, and once we get Tablet of the Gluttonous Pig. That's weird timing. Oh well. Well, listen. Guess what? We are at the end of our stream for the day. We've got a save point. So let's go ahead and wind the hell down. This was a really fun stream. I know we got into some legitimately dark topics, but I hope like everybody was able to roll with it really well. I genuinely hope that like if you are dealing with your own thing, that you find, I don't know, some solace in just coming in and hanging out, or if you're watching in the VODs, which are available for 60 days after initial airing, completely free, you can find a little bit of solidarity. If that's something you can get out of it, that would mean the world to me. But other than that, thank you all for coming. I've been Robin at Andrewjack without a C, and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. We've got subscriber and follower exclusive emotes. We're working towards a sub point total of 40 to unlock Silent Hill 4 later this year after we're done with Silent Hill 3. And tomorrow, even though we're not usually scheduled to play, we are going to be playing with Ryan and Lark, Ryan Kingdom _ and Scoosh. We're going to be playing Gex 3. And you want to tune in for that because Gex 3 is an experience. So thank you all for coming. You know, get hydrated, get vaccinated, get masked up, be good, be safe, and be awesome. But most importantly, be gone. Bye.